Hello, it's Ben with the DIY Homefront, and I'm doing a honeydew today. And my honey wants me to swap out the toilet seat lid on the toilet. You'd be surprised how easy this is, so let me show you what to do. So we all know the toilet seat lifts up and down. So that means there's two spots that are connected to the toilet, and they're usually just plastic screws that you can undo by hand. Usually just covers it, pop in place. And there's a spot for a large flathead screwdriver, and on the bottom a lot of times there's a plastic nut, and most of the time you can undo these by hand. And that was the plastic nut that was holding it in place. Like I said, you could use a large flathead screwdriver or a quarter to hold the screw while you undo the nut from the bottom. And I would say probably the hardest part about this job is, depending on where your toilet is, it can be awkward trying to get your hands around or try to see what you're doing. And with those off, up it goes. And if anything's dirty, now is the time to clean stuff up. And unfortunately, no matter what you do, you're always going to find junky stuff here. If it's really bad, you could take a, what do they call those things? A magic eraser and get it cleaned up. But that is it. You've got a couple different options when you're replacing these. You could just take the whole toilet seat with you to the store and line it up with the ones that are there. Or you could measure from the center line to the front. And this is 16.5 inches. And when you purchase them at the store, most of the time they'll tell you, and this one actually tells you, it's 16.5 inches from the very front to the middle of the screw holes. So let me get this one unboxed and we'll finish installing it. And just like the last toilet seat cover, this has plastic pieces that cover up the screws. Same way again, just plastic screws. And this one doesn't even have a nut. It's meant to be turned by hand. And this will be the most difficult part of this job. It's trying to get these nuts started on these screws, especially when the toilet is up against a wall or someplace where you really can't do anything except do it by feel. I guess likewise, if you have a toilet seat that's loose, most of the time all you need to do is just tighten up those nuts on the bottom. This one has the ability to slide back and forth a little bit, so if you wanted to fine-tune the adjustment, you certainly could before you tightened up the nuts. That's our adjustment right there. I'm going to tighten both sides up just by hand before I push down the plastic covers, and for all practical purposes, we're done. So I don't think this toilet was that bad, but if you've got a toilet and it's ugly, or it's scarred up or uncomfortable, it's really just that easy to replace it. Well, you don't have to tell anybody how easy this honeydew project is. You can just get the credit for it once it's done. Well, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and we've got some more to do in this bathroom, so keep watching.